New 52 features on issue 48. Yeah, well, we got left off in a cliffhanger in the last issue when he was in like a green forest, but turns out it's a field, and it looks like he saved the day. I mean, there's statues and everything, and the funny thing is, though, he sees Madison, you know, polishing up the statues and stuff. Well, actually flowering flowers, and he, you know, desensorizes his helmet like Iron Man and shit like that. And he goes in for a kiss and hugs her, and then some twisted moment happens, and this happens right here. Turns out she's Brother Eye, and Brother Eye created. I got mail. And Brother Eye basically created an illusion, and it turns out Tim didn't change anything. Tim didn't alter anything at all. Everything's still the same hell, but this time he time jumped right where Mr. Terrific's at, and Terrific, him and I are just having a conversation of what the hell is going on, and it turns out Tim changed events around him. Tim changed events for everyone. But the problem is that Tim did not change Terrific. Tim did not change Mr. Terrific as a person, which means the timeline will still go on as the same. Apparently that's what the way, I think Mr. Terrific or the Eye says it. One of those two. And then all of a sudden, Eye automatically wants to assimilate him, and he says, automatically, swarm. And you see it. Alfred's funny. Alfred said basically dodge, and Tim's like, dodge what? Bam! Robo Flash socked the shit out of him. And he's fighting, he's trying to get out of this horde of undead cybernetic heroes, and it's not working. Until a guy coming in looking like Cable with a cloak or a blaster comes in, and he starts helping him. And at first, the help looked good. I mean, he's snapping necks of robots, he's blasting them with that cannon, and then Cyber Superman just choked him up. Well, Cybernetic Superman, and he says, we need backup. All of a sudden, a squad of people come through the window and starts firing, blasting, and they save not only Tim, but they also kidnap Mr. Terrific, stating that he built it, he could also stop it. That's what they think. So they're going through the underground railways, because it turns out if Brother Eye can't have you, he's willing to nuke cities to get to you, which is pretty freaking hectic. Like, it's like, oh, they're traveling through downtown, nuke downtown. They're traveling through the park, nuke the park. Yeah, Brother Eye's he's a pretty evil machine. I wonder if they ever gonna give him a full like physical form. And it turns out one of the drifters and the rebels who helped him turns out to be 30-year prior Madison, and she was going to turn away saying, you know, you look so young and I look so old, and right when she was about to walk away, he pulled her in for a little love struck kiss and everything. She said this is weird, and hey, Tim don't care shit. You made him think he was dead twice. And basically their plan now is to use Terrific to try to stop Brother Eye. Now, I swore in a few forms in preview books they say issue 48 was going to be the end, but I don't know, because the way it ends is weird. They say basically she shows him the landscape of the city and saying the Brother Eye has won, and he says the hell he has not yet, and that's this right there. And for those who don't know, I'm doing another video today. Yes, got the issue 0 of Convergence. I had to say it right, because I was saying something else earlier. I was saying controversy, something like that. It was funny. My one friend in the bus, he was like, "This you just say controversy, it's Convergence." I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And damn, the reason I think that this is all that this is the final chapter, I'm not really sure, because they don't really show nothing in the preview book. They just show something I haven't seen before. That's this right here, this panel. Tim Drake looking at a giant statue of Wonder Woman. So I was curious, and I started reading the All Access. If for those who don't know, All Access gives you updates on DC and what happens. And I was reading though, and it says as both Futures and Worlds ends this week, which means yes, this is legitimately the way it finished, and I find that bullshit. I'm a little teed off because unless I understand Convergence is gonna have Worlds and Futures and different parts of the DC universe, just basically almost everything in the DC history. Oh, and that's the variant cover, because the original cover has Brainiac. I got the variant, and I can understand that maybe they'll pick it up. Maybe it picks up in there somewhere. I'm hoping issue 0 will explain more, because the last issue of Futures End pissed me off. I ain't getting no reconciliation for what the hell I wanted. I ain't getting no answer. They just left off in the cliffhanger, and Convergence better have something to deal with this, because this is pretty hectic. Guys, I collected all 48 issues, well, now 49, and I don't mind that, but I mind at least a big bang in the last issue. You know what I mean? Unless they probably will do a issue 49, but in the DC All Access it says no, that's it. That's what y'all get. We're moving on. I'm like, why? I'm a little disappointed. No lie, guys, I'm really, really disappointed the way this last issue went. But yeah, what can you do? I'm about to read Convergence. Hopefully that soups up. If not, I'm gonna give it a shot 2 or 3 more times, because Convergence is $5. $5 fucking dollars, and I love DC and all, but if this story doesn't intrigue me, I'm just gonna leave it in the back burner. Just like I left the Wolverines in the back burner, or Star Wars. I stopped reading Star Wars because it was just getting tedious and boring, and I was predicting it. I bought a few issues, and I'm like, no, this is not worth it, because if I'm predicting it, other people's gonna predict it. I don't want to review something like that. I ain't pictured the ending to be like this. I'm a little PO'd. Hopefully, Convergence could ease my anger. And I'll see y'all in the next review. Oh, beforehand, total review of the whole series. 6 out of 10. Because it would have been more if the story was more focused on Terry McGinnis, rather than jumping through all these chops of story that has nothing to do with it. It was just chops of 50 Sue, Iron Man, I mean, oh my god, look guys, look, I'm PO. I said Iron Man. Iron Man's not even DC. Basically, this series could have been better if it was more focused on one individual or 2 individuals. You could have focused on Terry McGinnis, right? And you could have focused it on what was going on. Like I would love to see Terry McGinnis saving people, and then over here, basically shit's going down in the future because he's shifting it. That would have been better. And the ending was poorly done. It was, I didn't like it. It was, oh man. Hey, if you're collecting all the issues, buy it. If not, you can live without it. I mean, the last one was a cliffhanger. This is a cliffhanger. 6 out of 10. And it's an okay read. I'll see y'all in the next series I'm going to read up on in the next review.